Top of the fourth inning, Matt Latos dealing with Chris Dominguez, and the first pitch is upstairs 1-0. Quickly, we transition, as we had yesterday, Sawyer Cabin, our broadcast intern on the play-by-play. Now, Conor Green is here. Conor, take it away.
Top of the fourth inning between the Chiefs and Paw Sox. Second pitch from Latos to Chris Dominguez is swung on and missed on a good fastball off the outside corner, and the count evens at 1-1. Chiefs took a lead in the bottom of the third inning on a two-run home run from Brian Goodwin over the right field fence. And the 1-1 pitch from Latos is swung on and hit high in the air to shallow center field. Michael Taylor comes on in, makes the play, and there's out number one. And going back to the bottom of the third, the two-run home run from Goodwin was the first two runs that the Chiefs have scored in over 24 innings. And it gives Syracuse a lead here in the bottom of the third. Now top of the fourth with one away, and that brings up the DH, Alan Craig.
And that had been the longest stretch since going back to 2012 when the Chiefs went 25 innings in a row without scoring a run across the All-Star break before and after. So it takes a big fly to snap the streak sometimes.
First pitch to Craig. Here's a ball just low, 1-0. Craig was a member of the St. Louis Cardinals team that went to the World Series in 2013. He had 13 home runs and 97 RBIs that year. 1-0 count, one away, the pitch. Ball low, 2-0. And in 2013, Craig hit .454 with runners in scoring position. That's the third highest mark in the history of baseball. Now playing with his 15th game with the Paw Sox in the 2016 season. 2-0 count, one away, Chiefs on top, 2-1 in the top of the fourth. The winds up, the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back behind the plate, 2-1. Craig is 0 for 1 tonight and is hitting .196 on the season. 2-1 count. Latos now at 50 pitches, peers into Severino, and from the winds up, the 2-1. Swinging a hard ground ball to shortstop, fielded on the forehand, but now bobbled by Martinson, and Craig reaches first base. It was a long run for Martinson up the middle, and it is ruled a hit. So Craig reaches first with a one-out single, and with one away, that brings up the catcher, Dan Butler. The hit from Craig, now the fifth on the night for the Red Sox. Butler digs in. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a single. And the first pitch from Latos is a bouncer, but a good play made behind the plate by Severino. 1-0.
You know, as well as Latos has pitched with the Chiefs now in this start number 3, he hasn't had many clean 1-2-3 innings. He's found a way around some hits. He's worked in, hasn't walked anyone today. But he's had to labor a little bit on the mound, but he's always found a way out of it for the most part.
1-0 count here to Butler, one away, and the pitch from Latos. He has a strike right down the pipe, 1-1. And so far, through 4 innings, no 1-2-3 frames for Latos. But he also has not walked a batter. 1-1 count, one away, runner on first base. From the belt, the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into deep left field. Going back is Goodwin. It gets over his head into the wall. Rounding second and coming to third is Craig. And rounding first and going to second is Butler. The one-out double puts runners on second and third in the fourth.
Boy, we are seeing a different Dan Butler than we saw last year with the Chiefs. That's a pitch that is elevated in the zone. Fastball at 91 miles an hour. And right in the happy zone, as our friend Steve Gurley calls it. And Butler's able to elevate that ball into left center field. It's been impressive to watch Dan, who showed some signs here and there last year, but he is really locked in here in 2016, back with the Red Sox organization, the organization that originally signed him. And Pawtucket second and third, and Latos will have some tough work to get the shutdown inning.
The hit is the second on the night for Butler and puts the Paw Sox in prime position to retake the lead. Runners on second and third, and the first pitch now to Devin Marrero. There's a bouncer, 1-0. Pitch a 94-mile-an-hour fastball from Latos. Chiefs on top 2-1, but the Paw Sox with 2 runners in scoring position. And the 1-0. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Latos tonight, 54 pitches, 37 strikes, and 17 balls. Trying to work out of a bit of trouble in the top of the 4th inning. 2nd and 3rd, 1-1 count, 1 away to Devin Marrero. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and grounded to shortstop, fielded by Martinson. He makes the long throw to first to retire Marrero, but Craig comes home to score, and the Paw Sox tie the game at 2 in the top of the 4th inning. Butler stays put at second base, and Marrero gets the job done, brings home a run, and now with 2 away, that brings up the second baseman, Mike Miller. Two outs, runner on second base. Latos comes set. And the first pitch. He has a cutter just off the outside corner, 1-0. Chiefs took a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning on a 2-run home run from Brian Goodwin. The Paw Sox tie it up here in the top of the 4th. 2-2 game, runner on second base, and a 1-0 count now to Mike Miller. A pitch from Latos. Swinging a high fly ball, but foul down the right field line. And the count evens at 1-1. Six hits on the night for the Paw Sox. The Latos has shown great control, no walks. 1-1 count, 2 away, runner on second base. From the belt, the pitch. He has a strike painting the outside corner, a good fastball, and a 1-2 hold for Miller. The second baseman hitting .240 on the season with 18 RBIs. 1-2 count, 2 away, and Latos looks in. And now the pitch is swung on and fouled to the third base dugout. Miller stays alive with 2 strikes, and the count remains at 1-2. Latos takes a long look into Severino, now gets the sign and comes set. 1-2 count, and the pitch. Swing a ground ball to the third base side, almost in the exact same spot. And Miller again stays alive with 2 strikes. On deck is the leadoff hitter, Ryan Lamar. He homered in the 3rd. One-two count, 2 away, runner on second base. Slide step delivery from Latos is swung on and hit to the first base side and foul and out of play. So 3 straight foul ball swings from Mike Miller to keep the count at 1-2.
Well, after back-to-back breaking pitches from Latos, 2 sliders in a row, he went to the fastball, but Miller able to saw it off. At Latos, who struck out 2 on back-to-back hitters in the 3rd, and looking to get out of this.
1-2 count and the pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets by Severino into the backstop. So Miller will make it to first base. And moving from second to third is Dan Butler. So despite the strikeout, runners now on first and third with 2 away. And that brings up the red-hot Ryan Lamar.
Well, he went back to the slider, and it's in the dirt. Severino couldn't block it, and that one deflected all the way to the Syracuse dugout. No chance to get a good runner in Mike Miller, and this inning stays alive. And again for Latos, it's been laboring through it despite the run number being pretty far down so far with the Chiefs. And now we'll have to deal with Lamar, who just took him out.
And again, 6 hits for the Paw Sox on the night, and now 7 base runners after the strikeout. First and third, and the first pitch from Latos is a strike on the inside corner. Lamar 2 for 2 on the night, singled in the first inning, and hit a home run in the third. Latos gets the sign, and the 0-1. Ball just below the knees, and now the count evens at 1-1. Score tied at 2, top of the 4th inning between the Chiefs and Paw Sox. 1-1 count. Off goes Miller. The throw down to second base on a ball is in time. Mike Miller cut down on a good throw from Pedro Severino, and that brings an end to the threat. But the Paw Sox do get on the board in the top of the 4th inning, and after 3.5 innings at NBT Bank Stadium, the score is tied at 2. You're listening to Syracuse Chiefs baseball on the Score 1260. Back at NBT Bank Stadium, Conor Green and Gallanty with you on the Score 1260. Score tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning, and to lead things off for the Chiefs is the third baseman, Matt Skoll.
By the way, Connor, going back to that 4th inning, the Alan Craig play has been changed to an error on Jason Martinson, E6. So Craig reaches on an error, and he comes around to score. So that will be an unearned run for Latos.
It's a long run up the middle for Martinson. So again, ruled an E6. And Brian Johnson back out for his 4th inning of work. The first pitch to Matt Skoll is a good curveball at 70 miles an hour, and the count moves to 0-1. And Johnson working quickly, the 0-1. Swinging a line drive into right field, a base hit. Good piece of hitting from Matt Skoll on an off-speed pitch at 81. And a leadoff single brings up Pedro Severino.
And Skoll, who had been 0 for 7 against Brian Johnson in a couple of games this year, his first hit against Johnson. And Brian just left a fastball out over the plate where he's had success against Skoll. It's been the slider away. That time left the fastball up. Skoll able to punch it into right center field.
And now Severino digs in. Singled back in the second, extending his hit streak to now 6 games. First pitch from Johnson is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Severino's been really hot of late, entered with 3 multi-hit games in his last 4, and already has a hit here in the early going. 0-1 count, the pitch. Ball high and away, 1-1. And Severino's the International League batting average leader this week, hitting .471. 1-1 count, the pitch from Johnson, swinging a foul ball down the third baseline, and a 1-2 hole now for Severino. Score tied at 2, bottom of the 4th inning between the Chiefs and Paw Sox. Johnson brings his hand set, checks Skoll and delivers. Swinging a ground ball into left field, a base hit. Back-to-back singles from Skoll and Severino puts runners on first and second, and that brings up Matt Dendecker. Pitch on the inside corner, a fastball from Johnson, and Severino just goes with it into left field. A chance for the Chiefs to take the lead, first and second with nobody out. Johnson looks into Butler and the first pitch. Swinging a foul ball down the left field line, 0-1. And the third baseman, Jansen Whitty, now plays on the grass at third. while the shortstop, Devin Marrero, holds on Matt Skoll at second base. So a big gap between shortstop and third. The 0-1 pitch. He has the ball just outside, 1-1.
Well, first and second, no one out, and Matt Dendecker, maybe not your prototypical bunter in this spot, but if you like that sort of thing, there's certainly a spot to maybe try it. We'll see what Billy Gardner decides to do. We've seen him go with both strategies at different times this year.
And the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball to shortstop. Fielded on the backhand by Marrero. On to second one. Throw back to first is not in time. Dendecker beats it out. But Severino is retired at second base. And now there's runners on first and third with one away.
Well, Marrero here, Connor, he goes with the backhand, and then rather than coming underhand to flip, he went over the top and then had to slow down his momentum to not overthrow his second baseman. And the ball may have been not hit hard enough for a chance to get Dendecker at first anyway. But once he went with the soft overhand toss, it gave Pawtucket no chance to get Dendecker at first place. And now you have first and third and one out. Martinson, who's seen Johnson really well so far this year.
Martinson is 0 for 1 on the night, but is 5 for 6 against Johnson on the season. First pitch is fouled back and right, and it's an 0-1 count now to Martinson. And the Syracuse shortstop entered with hits in 9 of his last 12 games. And a hit here would put Syracuse up by 1. Score tied 2-2, 0-1 count, 1 away to Martinson. Pitch is a good off-speed pitch on the outside, 0-2. Seen Johnson change speeds tonight with a fastball in the low 90s, high 80s. A 12-6 curve in the mid-70s along with a changeup and a slider. Here an 0-2 count to Martinson, 1 away, runners on first and third. The pitch. Swinging a foul ball behind the plate, and Martinson barely stays alive at 0-2. Johnson really has that slow looping 12-6 curveball that you've even seen in the high 60s in tonight's game. That one came in at 72.
Well, when Johnson is going right, one of his strong suits is his ability to really speed up or ramp down on his velocities with each of his 3 pitches and have them all still be effective.
0-2 count. Johnson comes set and delivers. The ball high at the eyes of Martinson. And the count moves to 2-2. We talked about Latos' control last inning. Johnson's been around the plate all night as well. 58 pitches, 41 strikes, and 17 balls. And from the belt, the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball deep down the right field line. Near the corner, at the wall, it's gone. A 3-run home run for Jason Martinson puts the Chiefs up 5-2.
Well, he tried to sneak a fastball by Martinson, Connor, but it ended up right on the outer part of the plate. And Jason just extended his hands and absolutely ripped it down the right field line, estimated at 356. Just got enough, but the opposite way, showing the raw power that Martinson has when he can harness it, and the Chiefs a 3-run lead.
Now Ramsey digs in. The first pitch from Johnson is a ball high. Second home run on the night for the Chiefs. Goodwin hit a 2-run homer last inning, and now a 3-run home run for Martinson. Again, puts the Chiefs on top 5-2. 1-0 pitch is a ground ball to the first base dugout, and the count evens at 1-1.
And how about after not scoring in 24 innings in a row, Syracuse comes back with a 2-run shot in the third by Goodwin and a 3-run shot by Martinson here in the fourth.
1-1 count. Johnson from the winds up, the pitch. Ball high and tight. Ramsey has to get out of the way. And the count moves to 2-1. The home run for Martinson is his 12th on the season and his 57th RBI.
His 12th, his 6th home run since July 22nd.
2-1 pitch to Ramsey is hit high in the air to deep right field. Going back is Brent at the wall, and it's gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Chiefs, and they jump up by 4 now, 6-2. Brents went up at the wall to try to rob that one. We had to wait for a second to see if it got over, and it did. And back-to-back home runs. Now 3 on the game for Syracuse, and they lead it 6-2.
Oh, it's a heck of an effort by Brents. I mean, he just missed that ball in right field. But for Brian Johnson now, Connor, who came into this game and allowed 5 home runs, that's 3 of them tonight. And that time it's a slider that's just up, and it's back-to-back jacks for the Chiefs. And Ramsey, who is not your big-time home run hitter, got a hold of one up with a hanging slider, and Ramsey drilled it for Caleb, his 4th of the year. And what a season this has been for Caleb Ramsey after last year totaling 9 extra base hits with Syracuse. Ramsey now with his 4th home run, 2 doubles to go along, 2 triples to go along with 25 doubles. It's been an incredible power season for Ramsey in his 2nd AAA year.
And now Christopher Bostic digs in. The first pitch is a ball high off the outside corner. Johnson has allowed 3 home runs in tonight's game. And entering tonight's game, he had allowed just 3 home runs in his previous 7 starts. Chiefs jumping on a few bad pitches from the left-hander. And now the 1-0 pitch is a ball off the inside, 2-0. Bottom 4 at NBT Bank Stadium. Chiefs on top, 6-2. Now the 2-0 to Bostic. He is cut on and missed a good fastball off the outside, and it's now 2-1. Two-one count, 1 away from the winds up the pitch. Swung on and lined into left center field. That gets down and splits the outfielders, rolls to the wall. Bostic rounds first, is on his way to second. And a 1-out double for the Syracuse second baseman.
Well, this is the 2nd game in a row that Brian Johnson has started against the Chiefs. And it took him a few innings here, but they are really picking the ball up well. And everything has been hit hard this inning. 2 home runs in a row, plus the Bostic double. And he's on second base for Taylor. Doesn't matter whether the ball was up, which it was to Ramsey, or down, which it was to Severino and to Bostic. Chiefs are launching it off Johnson right now.
And now Michael Taylor, the leadoff hitter, digs in. The first pitch to him. He has a curveball that paints the inside, 0-1. And you said it earlier, after not scoring for 24 innings, the Chiefs have now put up 6 runs in the last 2, including 3 home runs.
That's how to make a statement, huh?
0-1 count to Taylor, 1 away, Bostic at second. The pitch. Here's a ball just off the outside, 1-1.
You know, sometimes it just takes one big hit, one big swing, and the old adage of hitting being contagious, when you talk to the players, they'll say it's really true how everyone feeds off each other in an inning like this. Goodwin's big fly starting it, and everyone hitting since then.
The 1-1 pitch to Taylor is swung on and missed, and it's now 1-2. Taylor's 0 for 2 tonight, but did reach on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. 1-2 count, 1 away, runner on second base, and the pitch. Slow curveball's hit high in the air to right field. Coming towards the line is Brents. He settles underneath, makes the play. Bostic tags. The throw comes in at third base, but it hits Bostic as he slides in. So he makes it to third safely. And now with 2 away and a runner on third base, that brings up Ryan Goodwin. Goodwin tonight, 1 for 2. Again, he homered in the 3rd. A 2-run home run. And the Chiefs have answered now in the 4th with 2 more homers. And again, lead it 6-2. Runner on third base here. Goodwin digs in against the lefty Johnson. The first pitch. Here's a ball inside, 1-0. Oddly enough, Brian Goodwin entered tonight's game hitting .312 against lefties and just .264 against righties. Goes against conventional wisdom. 1-0 pitch. Here's a ball just inside once again, and the count moves to 2-0.
Well, we have mentioned it all year long, how Goodwin's success against lefties and Scholl's success against lefties as left-handed hitters have maybe been the biggest surprises of this whole year, and it's stayed consistent.
2-0 pitch, goes behind the catcher, Butler, and Bostic comes home and scores. A fastball from Johnson that missed off the inside corner. Butler didn't have a chance, rolls to the backstop, and now the Chiefs jump on top 7-2.
Well, the pitch was up and in, and Butler, who tried to come across his body to get it, and it goes flying to the backstop. And everything has fallen apart for Brian Johnson here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 5 spot for the Chiefs, and that a wild pitch.
And now the 3-0 is a strike inside, 3-1. A 5-run, 5-hit inning with 2 home runs and a double has the Chiefs up 7-2 in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1 pitch is hit high in the air to second base. Mike Miller calls everybody off, runs to the middle of the infield, makes the play, and that ends the inning. But a big bottom of the fourth for the Chiefs. They put up 5 runs and lead it now 7-2 after 4. We're listening to Syracuse Chiefs baseball right here on The Score, 1260.
Justin, thank you, and boy, what a fourth inning that was. 5 runs in the inning for the Chiefs, and 7-2, and back to Conor Green for the 5th inning.
2 home runs in the bottom of the 5th for the Chiefs, and the Chiefs just hit big, and you can too. Anytime the Chiefs hit a home run at home this season, you can win up to $500 at Turning Stone Resort and Casino. Simply redeem your game ticket stub at the Turning Stone Rewards desk within 5 days of the game, then make a slot play wager with your Turning Stone Rewards card to see how much you've earned. Top 5 at NBT Bank Stadium. Again, Chiefs on top 7-2 on a 5-run bottom of the 4th inning. Matt Latos back out on the mound. He looks into Ryan Lamar, and the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Lamar's 2 for 2 tonight. Singled in the first and hit a 2-run home run in the third. The 0-1 is a ball, and the count is now 1-1. And from the winds up, the 1-2 pitch is a ball off the inside, 2-1. Lamar, a great athlete, was a 3-sport star in high school in football, baseball, and hockey. 2-1 count to the leadoff hitter Lamar. From the winds up, Latos delivers a strike on the outside corner, 2-2.
I was a 3-sport star too, but one of my starring sports was left bench.
2-2 pitch to Lamar. Is swung on and fouled back behind the plate. Well, he had to have been a 3-sport star in broadcasting. That counts for something.
Sure, we can count that. Absolutely.
They just don't happen to give you a varsity letter.
No.
2-2 count. Lamar at the plate and the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to shallow center field. Michael Taylor on his horse, ranges in, makes the play, and there's out number 1. One away, that brings up the number 2 hitter in the Paw Sox lineup, Jansen Whitty.
Now the third baseman, number 31, Jansen Whitty.
Whitty is 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first and struck out in the third. Latos delivers a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
Again, Latos still looking for his first clean inning of the ball game here. He's got the first out on Lamar, dealing with Whitty and then Brents now.
And the 0-1 from Latos. Ball just low, 1-1. 5 hits for the Paw Sox on the night compared to 8 for the Chiefs. And 5 of those 8 Chiefs hits came in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 pitch is a bouncer, and it gets away from Severino. The count moves to 2-1. Two-one count, nobody on base, 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. From the winds-up, Latos delivers. Swinging a hard ground ball to shortstop, fielded on the backhand by Martinson. Long throw to first, but he gets Whitty for out number 2. Tough play made by Martinson. And with 2 away, that brings up the number 3 hitter, Bryce Brents.
Now hitting the right fielder, number 15, Bryce Brents.
Brents entered tonight, hitting 7 for his last 16 in his last 4 games, but tonight is 0 for 2. Latos looks in, and the first pitch. He has a strike at the knees, 0-1. A 1 count, 2 away from the winds up the pitch. Good curveball that paints the outside corner, and a quick 0-2 hold for Brents. The Paw Sox right fielder, a former first-round pick in 2010, digs in. The 0-2 pitch from Latos is swung on and missed, strike 3. And there's the first 1-2-3 frame on the night for the Syracuse right-hander. After 4.5 frames at NBT Bank Stadium, Syracuse leads it 7-2 over Pawtucket. Listening to Syracuse Chiefs baseball right here on the Score 1260. Here at NBT Bank Stadium, Conor Green with you on the Score 1260. The Chiefs on top of the Paw Sox 7-2 as Syracuse comes to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And Connor, Pawtucket has gone to the bullpen. It's Chandler Shepard who's the new pitcher coming out of the pen after Brian Johnson last 4 innings of this game. It gets roughed up in that 4th inning. Home run by Goodwin in the 3rd, and then home runs from Martinson and Ramsey in the 4th. And now Shepard is the new right-hander.
He toes the rubber and looks in to Neftali Soto, the leadoff hitter. First pitch is swung on and hit high in the air, deep down the right field line, but twisting foul and out of play.
The hard hit balls continue on. That one by Soto to the right of the line, but whacked again off Shepard.
Soto's 0 for 2 tonight, and he enters on a 15-game hit streak. Chiefs on top, 7-2, bottom 5. Shepard looks in, and the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, but a foul down the right field line once again. And an 0-2 hold for Soto. And the pitch from Shepard is a ball off the outside corner. And the count moves to 1-2.
Connor, we can complete the line on Brian Johnson. 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts, a wild pitch, and 3 home runs, 77 pitches, 51 strikes.
He was really sharp entering the 3rd inning. Just 1 base runner through the first 2. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed by Soto, and there's out number 1. But Johnson struggled in the 3rd and 4th innings, again allowing 3 home runs to the Chiefs. And again, Syracuse on top, 7-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
You know, we've talked about it because there's been an odd number of repeat starters, and many of them in fairly short order for the Chiefs this year. And when you get Brian Johnson on back-to-back starts, and Johnson was strong first time.
First pitch is swung on and fouled back behind the plate.
You know, this time it's a couple of innings before Syracuse really gets going, and then the question sometimes is, well, is the advantage lie with the hitting team and the pitching team when you have that repeat? And the answer is, well, it depends. And here for the Chiefs, it really was advantage offense as they got going.
Towards the middle of the innings, the Syracuse offense put together Johnson a little bit, and the 0-1 pitch is a ball low, 1-1. Matt Scholes 1 for 2 tonight. He singled in the 4th inning and flew out to right field in the 2nd. 1-1 count, 1 away, nobody on base. And the pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2. Time a good fastball from Shepard at 93, and Scholes now in a 1-2 hole. The third baseman, Jansen Whitty, plays in the shortstop position, and Marrero plays behind second base. Now the 1-2 pitch is a bouncer, and it evens now at 2-2. Chiefs on top, 7-2, bottom 5. 2-2 count here to Matt Scholes. Shepard looks in, gets the sign, and delivers. Swinging a high pop-up into left field. Ranging in is Chris Dominguez in a shallow left. He settles underneath, makes the catch, and there's quick 2 outs for Shepard on the mound.
Now to bat, the catcher, number 29, Pedro Severino.
And with 2 away now, that brings up Pedro Severino. He continues his hot hitting tonight. He's now 2 for 2 and making now 4 multi-hit games in his last 5. First pitch from Shepard is a strike right on the outside corner, 0-1.
And he's not just putting together a couple of random hits here, Connor. I mean, even the foul balls are hit hard. The swings are impressive. He's on top of every pitch. And, you know, there's a difference between being hot and being locked in, and he is locked in.
0-1 pitch from Shepard. Here's a good off-speed pitch, and the count moves to 0-2. And a foul ball early in the game was a couple of feet away from being a solo home run.
Looked like a lot like the one Trey Turner hit earlier today, where he lined one down the left field line, and it missed a home run by about a foot to the left of the pole.
0-2 count, 2 away, nobody on base. Pitch from Shepard is a ball off the outside corner, and the count moves to 1-2. 94 and a fastball there from the Pawtucket right-hander. Chiefs on top, 7-2, bottom 5. 2 outs, 1-2 count to Severino. The pitch is swung on and fouled back and right, so Severino stays alive at 1-2. One-two count. Now Shepard steps off the mounds, regathers himself, and steps back on. Brings his hands together, and from the belt, the 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Good off-speed pitch has Severino off balance, and that ends the inning. Chiefs don't score in the 5th inning, and after 5 full frames at NBT Bank Stadium, lead the Red Sox 7-2. You're listening to Syracuse Chiefs baseball on the Score 1260.